Hey, I'm Maggie Stiefvater, the author of the Shiver trilogy, the Scorpio Races, and now my new series, The Raven Cycle. When I first started to write The Raven Cycle, I was coming off of writing the Shiver trilogy and writing a standalone right after it. And I had written myself into a lot of corners in the Shiver trilogy, so I knew that if I was going to write a series again, I was going to plan it a lot better from beginning to end. So I have the entire arc of the series planned out. That doesn't mean that I still haven't had lots of time to panic and fall down and stuff while writing the sequel, but still, it's nice to have a roadmap, I think. Big thing that makes the Raven Cycle different from my other books is the scope of the characters and the stakes that they have. I feel like my other books are very intimate books. They're all character driven, they're very much focused on the characters' intimate personal problems. And in the Raven Cycle, it's still focused on characters, but they've got this huge, big, epic problem that they're solving in intimate ways. It makes it for a challenging writing experience. I really hope that I can invest readers when they finish reading The Raven Cycle with the same thing that I felt when I finished reading Susan Cooper's The Darkest Rising series, and that is a deep and abiding and lifelong love of mythology. So I really hope that readers will finish it up and then they'll become obsessed with Welsh mythology and go on to write their own books about Welsh mythology. I can tell you nothing about the next book. No, that's not true. The very last thing, the last thing that Ronan says, you can reread that line over and over and over again, and every single meaning that you can read into it is probably true for the next book. I have to say that music inspires me the most. Whenever I get stuck on a novel, I always listen to music. I get in my car, I play music, I stand around, I listen to music, I lay on the floor, I listen to music, and usually that unsticks me. Also, I can get great ideas for books just from hearing a new song. The hardest part about writing is thinking that you figured out the hardest part. I always think, oh yeah, it's revising. That's what I need to gird my loins for. Or it's the planning. So if I do all the planning at the beginning, like I planned this 4-book series, surely things will be easy. Or, no, it's the character interactions. And so as soon as I think that I figured it out and I'm focusing everything on that, I realize that the real hardest part has come around and flanked me and I'm dead. I really hope when people are reading my books that it will give them a story that they remember long after they've closed the pages. Because that's the thing I remember about my favorite books, even when I was a teen. I still remember that I would read them and I'd close them and then I'd just wander around in a daze afterwards. And I'd see everything in my life through the lens of that book. Like, what would this character do in this situation and how does this fit into the plot? And so I would like readers to wander around in a daze, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I just want to write stories that stick with people, that make them think about their world in a different way.